my name is Yakymchuk and this is a long story short. Today we're going to speak about the filmmaking ethic issues and the troubleshooting. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and don't forget as well to ask a question below this video in YouTube so I could answer them in the end of the lecture. So, the troubleshooting. Well, we're not going to talk about the solution of some problems that occur during your shooting period, but we're gonna speak more about how to avoid making mistakes doing all your filmmaking stuff. And let's do this step by step. First of all, let's understand that it's the expectation and reality, it's not the same. So you can imagine that everything gonna be very smooth and okay because it is very easy interview and no problems at all. But when reality comes, there are a lot of issues that can occur while you're doing that. From a technical one till the speaker problems, or I mean, your character can refuse to come to your interview, or just skip all this, or begin to getting angry or something. There are a lot of stuff that can occur, and that's why we are talking here, we are sitting here, and I'm gonna tell you how to avoid all this. So, but first of all, let's talk about the ethical part of this topic, and let's speak about your connection with your character. This is very important task because you have to find out how to connect and empathize with your character, because your character is not an adversary, or you don't have to fight him, but he's your ally. And that's essential thing that you have to understand. You have to make him become your ally and to help you with your film or your journalist work or whatever, or reportage. So for that reason you have to do a lot of things. It's not so easy because, well, I believe that everyone in this world, literally everybody, wants to tell you a story, but it's only the matter of trust. It depends who is this guy with the camera. I mean, there are a lot of people who are afraid of speak and do something in front of the camera, because it is obviously that you can take this information and do whatever you want with it, and it can in result this information can play the bad role in some game, in communication, because we have a lot of fake news right now and everybody afraid of them. So it's very important to find this connection and to create it. For that reason, you have to be honest with your character. First of all, you have to make this connection while you are speaking with your character. Tell what you're doing, why you're doing this, before you even start shooting, or before you even start the conversation about your interview or something. Your character has to know what are you exactly trying to do and why you're trying to do that, your purpose, and so on and so on. And after that, be ready to listen carefully, because when the person tries to tell you a story, you can't be disturbed in any case. You have to make an eye contact with the person and write notes and make everything you can to show that you are interested in what this person is talking about. And you have to You have to like this person, you have to empathize him, and understand that you are on the same page with this person, with this, even if you don't like what he's doing in his life. And this is the most hard part, because there are a lot of bad people in the world, but you have to make connection with them too, because if you don't, they will not give you any information and tell you nothing. But if it is some hard situation, I mean the sensitive topic or the sensitive person, you will spend more time on creating the connection with it. So with him, so even years. I mean, for you it can be 1 week or 2 weeks or a month, but it can go to 1 year, 2 years, or even more, because it depends on what person is it. I mean, if it is some criminal, you will definitely has to immerse in his life for somehow, and to stay there as long as it takes to make him believe that you are friends right now. It's not about him to believe. It's not something like you're not trying to manipulate him. It is a reality, because after 2 or 3 years staying with this person, you will become a friend to him. So it's definitely like that, because you already will know why is he behaving, what is his conditions, and etc., etc. So yeah, it's very important to be ready to listen carefully after you tell everything about your project and your video. And so now we slightly go to the interview tips. First of all, don't forget to prepare for the interview. It is basic, but yeah, it is. You have to find out a lot of information, more information, as much information as you can, to know better your character, to know what he is, what he's doing, why he's doing this, and all his emotions while before this interview, and etc., etc. So go to the Facebook page, go to Instagram page, find out something in internet, or ask people, friends about this person, so that your interview will be fulfilled, and you will make better questionnaire to that. And yeah, make questionnaire, but be ready to be flexible, because you can be prepared for this interview and make a lot of questions, but understand while doing this interview that all these questions have no sense. And right now you have to change everything, and you have to be flexible to do that while you're making this interview. And yeah, so prepare, but be flexible to change everything in a minute. Don't forget to warm up your character, because this moment of starting the interview is the essential one, because when the person comes to the interview, he feels himself good because nothing started yet. And he feel like very relaxed and speaking with you for some time, and you making these small talks and so on. And after that, you have to start interviewing him. And the essential thing, and to make this this part disappear, like there no need to make a border between your warm-up period and the actual interview. Speak with your crew and make your crew and make your cameraman invisible, to be invisible, like a fly on the wall. It's the actual phrase in documentary filmmaking. The fly on the wall, that they're watching on everything that's going on, but not disturbing everything. So don't break the atmosphere on saying something, okay, we can go, the interview starting right now in 3, 2, 1, go. Don't do that. Just ask your cameraman to roll the camera when he's ready, and without saying nothing, just making some signs for you that he's good and he's on set. And that's going to be enough for you. And the perfect situation is when your character says after the interview that, oh, we were shooting, or what, you are filming me, we already done. So you have to make it slightly and easy for this person, for him to feel comfortable in this role of the character of your film. So and also give a space for answers. Don't disturb the character. Don't interrupt him while he's speaking. And if you feel like he doesn't say something important right now, but he already finished his sentences, just wait a while, just wait for a minute, because everyone scared of the silence, because no one wants to sit in the silence and wait for something. So everybody's trying to fill it with the words. So if you will be patient enough, you will be attentive, and you will wait enough, the person will continue speaking after this short pause, and give you more information, more good stuff to work with after this interview. So don't rush. Just relax and listen to your character. And after he finishes his sentences, and if you are not satisfied with it, just wait a minute. Don't say anything. Just wait and listen to him. He will continue and say you something more. Yeah, don't rush. This is the most important thing for young filmmakers, because it's very expensive thing to create all this that surrounds us. Yeah, the shooting process, the filmmaking is very expensive, and you have a short period of time to make all this happen. And it can be very disturbing while you're doing your work on set. And don't rush. There's nothing good for you, because you have to be attentive on what you're doing right now, why you're doing this, and asking questions as much as you can, because yeah, if you're panicking or you're in panic, everything falls out of your hands. This is a good tip. Don't switch off the camera after the interview ends. So after you said something like, okay, thank you, the interview is, so we finish our interview, thank you very much. The character always like relaxing and trying to breathe, and because everything is finished. And after this, the character can always continue speaking something that he tried to say you for a long time, because there is no camera right now. There is nothing to worry about. So and that's why the character will speak with you after this finishing part, and this information can be much more important than it was during the whole interview. I had a lot of cases when the last 2 minutes of the interview was the only one that I took for my video, for my film, because everybody tries to be nice on the camera. Everybody tries to be the better person. But we as a filmmakers, as a documentary filmmakers, trying to find out what are the person exactly, a real person. Yeah. So we don't want to see this mask on his face. We want to see this honesty in his eyes. So that's why we have to do these tips, like do these tricks. Don't switch off the camera after you finish the interview, and speak about that with your crew, with your cameraman. That when you're saying that you have stopped the interview, it's not that's not something that is not information for him. It's information just for the character. The cameraman can gather the stuff and do something else, but the camera has to be on set, rolling, has to be rolling during all this time while you're speaking with the character. And people always ask me about this one. Don't film me. Like there can be some situation when character or some person says that you can't film him and refuse to be in your film for some reason. Well, that's better not to allow this happens by doing all that we have talking about till this time. I mean, to make the connection with the person and to find out and understand and to explain everything about what you're doing, why you're doing this, etc., etc. But if you already have the situation, like somebody gets angry and tells you that don't film me and something like that, just listen to this person. And I will hold my camera. I will don't film you, and just listen to him and give him time to calm down. After some time, you can talk about this situation and to explain what you are doing. Again, try to make the connection with this person again, and when you see that this person already calmed down, you can start shooting some objects that surround this person, not him, but some objects. And when you already see that this person are okay with this shooting, you can try to shoot him as well. This is the mind games, I know that, but that's the work that we are doing right now. The documentary filmmaking is more about this, but not about the filming, the actual filming. I know a lot of films that were made for 3 years, and 2 years of that period was without the shooting. It was just speaking and communicating with the person. So you don't have even to bring a camera with you. Just speak like such a psychologist, like the regular person. You are a human most of all. You are a human first of all, not a filmmaker. So you have to love your character, to understand him and to empathize him and to find out what's wrong with him in this situation, in your topic. And after you already made this connection, there will be no problem with this don't film me stuff. Because moreover, I think this character will help you, will be directing your film with you, will be your friend, as it was at my film. I was filming a drug addicted person, and the problem was that it was very hard to shoot like he's doing some she's getting drugs and etc. And after some time, about half of a year of being with him, he started to understand why I'm doing this, and he started to helping me with this project, and he started to directing this film. He asked me and called me to come to shoot something in his life, to film his life, and to pay attention on something, because he was interested in doing this film as much as I was. Okay, let's go there. Next one is law tips. So yeah, it's probably the harder part, because we have a lot of problems with this law stuff in all countries all around the world. Some of them have stronger law, some not. In Ukraine, for example, there are not less of them, but still we have a lot of problems with shooting somebody without the permission. So ask for shooting permission if you can. If you cannot, and this is a very fast shooting period and you don't have time for that, just ask to introduce before the interview, as I've done today. So my name is Yakymchuk, and I'm talking about something and something right now. Just ask the person to tell this. By telling this, the person will allow you to shoot him, to film him in any case. But don't film children without the permission, because there are no such trick with children, because they don't have a right to answer for themselves. So as well, you don't need to shooting permission if the topic has a social value. Well, if you're doing something very important for the society, for example, some deputy taking bribes or something, it is obvious that he don't want you to film this situation, but you have to do it in any situation, because it is very important task, and it has a social value for everybody. So yeah, so you can shoot this even with a hidden camera, but you have to prove that this video, it is important for the society and can change something in the society opinion. And finally, film freely in public, because there are a lot of people when you're coming, or you walking through the, I don't know, some square, and you can't ask them for permission. But if they are in the public place, they already allows you to shoot them, while till the time when they come to you and say that don't shoot me right now. If they don't say that, you can do whatever you want. So don't hide the camera. They have to understand that you're shooting, you have the camera, and this camera is on set. So they have right to go out of the shot or stay in the shot in their own place. So and again, don't rush. don't get rushed, because everything happening very quickly, and you don't have to make everything fast. Just relax and be attentive on what you're doing. And finally, we're going to speak about technical issues. You will have a lot of them while you're shooting, because the most important thing in shooting is sound. Yeah, that sounds weird, but it is. It is sound, because everybody always think about a picture, but nothing about the sound. But the sound, you can go without the picture if you're doing your interview. Like somebody is talking with you and you don't have a camera on, and you have the a solution in that case. You can put some other pictures, I mean the photo of the person, or some footages similar to the topic or something like that. But without the sound, you don't have a storytell, and you don't have nothing to tell the story. So you have just this person that telling you something without a sound, and seems weird, and you're just deleting this stuff. And so that's why you have to pay attention, especially pay attention on the sound, and find out how it is recording, what is the microphone, where is it, to check it twice, thirds, and etc. And be sure that your character is not on the mute. Synchronize with your crew. Speak with your cameraman, with your director, with everybody. If you have a lot of people, or even if you have just one person, speak with them before the shooting. Tell them everything about the shooting. Tell what's gonna be, what is the topic, how it's gonna look like, how long it's gonna be. Speak with them, and say them the tricks and the tips that we already talked about lately. So tell them about cameraman not to stop after you finishing the video, the shooting process, and tell them to slightly goes into this shooting process and to record and to be on set without any permission to do that. Just talk about that, and of course check everything before the shooting day. It's very basic things maybe, but it is important. But because when you're shooting, actually doing this, planning all this, you don't think about that. You're thinking about your character, about questionnaire, about what is going to be, but you don't think about the preparation, about the set, about the location where you're standing or being on this time. I mean, think about all this stuff. What is going to be? What is the sound of this location? Is going to be some crowded place, or it's going to be some silent room? Or what is the lights of this place? Do they have windows or not? Or probably it is some very dark place in a hole, and you have to bring some light there. So prepare for that, and even go to the location before your shooting day, or at least come for the shooting for 2 or 3 hours till before the beginning of the shooting. So be ready for everything. Everything will happen. It is always better to shoot more than less, because because it can be that this situation is a unique one, and you only have it right now without any chance to change it and to direct it, and you have to be ready to shoot it right now in this situation. And it is better to make more shots, to make more stuff. Or for example, this person, your character, can come to the interview just one time, and you have to ask all the questions that you're thinking. So it's better to make more shots, and after that edit it for a longer time than forget something, and because you will not have a right for the mistake, because you will not have possibility to continue doing this and to repeat all these situations or interviews or whatever. So yeah, do more than less. And in some cases, make sure that you can shoot in another day. Well, there are a lot of different situations when character do want to come on set in one particular day. So you have to be ready to move your shift, to move your shooting day to another one, and to be flexible with that. If you bring too much of the cameras, lighting, etc., and you spend so much money on that, there are going to be problems, but you can find a solution in taking some cheaper camera on another day. It's better to have something than not to have anything. So, but be ready to move to another day. Just plan it. If you know that you have that you need just one day for a shooting, plan 2 days and find out the money for 2 days. For you can afford these 2 shooting days, and don't be disturbed by this situation that your character didn't come or whatever, or something happened, the bad weather, or your cameraman fell ill or something. So yeah. And finally, do not panic and improvise, because everything can happen while you're shooting, but you have to solve all that in one time, because, as I already said, the shooting process is a very expensive one, and you have to be ready for everything. And it is always better not to find solution on set, but to avoid making mistakes before you're starting shooting. So it's always better to prepare more than solving something on set. So yeah, and I think that's all for me today. Thank you for the attention. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. If you have some question, I'm gonna answer them right now. You can also write it to me if you have any question. Yes. So yeah, in my career I had a lot of troubleshooting moments and there was a lot of time when I was shooting on my camera by myself without anybody. In one case it is a good situation, because you're controlling everything, but on another hand you don't have you don't have enough hands on doing everything, on checking the sound, the picture on your camera, and what's going on on set, and asking question while your character doing something. That it is very hard experience, but I believe you can manage all that, even when you are a director, a cameraman in one person. But the results, for my mind, the result is always better with the whole crew. There are a lot of unique situations with the sensitive topics when you can't come to the shooting with a lot of people. Like if you're shooting, for example, drug-addicted people, and you're coming with the sound designer, the cameraman, the director, the producer. You have a bunch of people in one place during some ritual or something. There are a lot of situations when it is better to go alone or with your cameraman than to go with whole your crew, because you will not disturb these people doing their stuff. First of all, you have to catch the reality on your camera. Do not disturb these people doing what they're doing in actual life. This documentary filmmaking. To be a fly on the wall. Just try to do this and you will find out the good result. And what about questions? So I don't have one right now. So I guess we have to finish our video right now. So thank you for the attention. See you the next time. And my name is Yakymchuk. This was a long story short. See you next time. Goodbye.